Hey guys, Lord here, back in with another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series Wal-Mart exclusive. Jajum. A moderate Jajum, but not a complete Jajum. We save those for Target nowadays. But today we're taking a look at the Halloween edition Mummy Darktrooper, which is essentially just a stormtrooper wrapped in toilet paper, so that's what we will refer to him as during the entirety of this review. Whether you like it or not, that's what it looks like to me. That said, this of course brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro, who will remain fine folks because they did a pretty darn good job with this figure, despite the fact that it is essentially a reissue of a figure that was in a 2-pack for the Ahsoka show, if I'm not mistaken. And it too was a Wal-Mart exclusive, but it didn't have two of these guys. It had this guy and like a named guy in it. Of course, the colors were different because it wasn't a Halloween-y edition, but you know what I mean. But with that being said, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look, see at all this guy has to offer in terms of accessories. Starting off with this, I don't know, Staff of Ra. I don't know what this is, but it's a cool little, almost Egyptian style staff. A little ribbon up there. Maybe this is the Darktrooper's weapon. It's just a stick, so I don't know what you expect to accomplish with that, buddy. We do also get a Porg, some kind. He's got little articulated wings this time around. I think the other ones have been solid pieces, so that's kind of neat. Does his head turn? No, his head doesn't turn. Maybe it's like a little zombified Porg or a mummified Porg, but you get that. Basically, demented little penguin. And that's your lot. No blaster. Although the Skeleton Clone Trooper didn't have any like handheld accessories. He had like a trunk and a little critter that came with him. So I guess count your blessings. So taking a closer look at our Darktrooper here, or mummified Stormtrooper. I will say, missed opportunity to not give him a coin, but I guess that's meant for a different mummy. But maybe we'll be taking a look at that towards the end of the month. I guess stay tuned to find out. But as far as articulation on this guy goes, his head is on a dumbbell, like most Star Wars, but he does have a ball joint in the base of the neck, so you can get lots of tilt and rotation out of that. I will say the gauze on his back does tend to hike up, so you might need to pull that down a bit. There you go. His shoulders will go out to the side. They do have beautiful butterflies that allow them to swing back and forth. Pauldrons appear to be in the shoulder socket, as they should be, so they will rotate with you. They do kind of look like wrappings too, not gonna lie. Which, not for nothing, I thought this guy's wrappings were going to be like plastic overlays, but they are not. They're actually like full-blown fabric pieces wrapped around his leg, wrapped around his arm. That's pretty cool. I dig that. Does have a really good single-jointed elbow, proof you don't need double joints to get all the range in the world. He does have a swivel there as well as swivel hinge wrist. This hand moves up and down. This hand, I don't know if it's meant for holding stuff. It is a wider grip than the other side, but I'm okay with it going in and out because it's kind of his mummy hand, his hand. So there you go. Torso range, not hindered by these wrappings at all. It will bend back. It will bend forward. It will also rotate and tilt side to side. Just be careful you don't tear the wrappings. Hips will kick out, back down, forward a little. They do get hindered by the wrappings, but you can kind of maneuver around that. It's just kind of like a onesie, essentially, which is fine. I'm sure if you used a hairdryer, you could probably even get these wrappings off him. Just have to pop them apart a little bit, but I'm not going to do that. I like this toy for what it is, and it's going to stay that way. Pull this wrapping over his hip there, because that's where it's supposed to go. He does have a single jointed knee with rotation. I didn't I don't think I mentioned the thigh cut, but he does have it. As well as a hinge in the foot with a rocker. So there you go. Pretty cool figure. Super fun. I love these Halloween-y guys. I think they're probably some of the better offerings as far as the holiday editions from Hasbro across the board. We do have his stuff to talk about here because he can hold it pretty well. He's got a nice tight grip on that thing. That's what she said. But yeah, there is our Halloween edition Darktrooper. Hashtag not Unk the Mummy. That's why he doesn't have a coin. Does this count as a coin? This little thingy up here? Probably not. But, you know, you can't go wrong with a Stormtrooper wrapped in toilet paper, can you? You really can't. I mean, they couldn't shoot straight anyways, so I don't think this is going to hinder them any more than their inability to use firearms. So, with that being said, it's time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is our Stormtrooper in Unk the Mummy cosplay alongside the Spooky Ghost Imperial Guard that we took a look at yesterday, as well as the skeleton, the spooky scary skeleton that is, Clone Trooper, we took a look at last year for Halloween. And if there's one thing I'm going to say about these Star Wars Halloween-y figures is that I think they translate a lot better than most of the Christmas ones. You know, the Snow Wookiee, the Snow Ewok, those kind of work, but some of them kind of don't and look kind of hokey, but I do kind of like them still. These don't look hokey. These look really freaking cool, so I dig that. And they look great together. Like, as a set, I think they look even better than they do individually. So getting the two of them out of here so we can make way for our two regulars who I actually left behind me. We got the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulith. I don't knock Mummy Trooper Boy over. As well as the infamous current 11 Spawn. And despite his slightly, emphasis on slightly, taller stature, good old Al Simmons towers over everyone. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and while he may be a Stormtrooper wrapped in toilet paper, I still think that this is a very fun figure and a great addition to the Halloween collection from the Star Wars Black Series line. I thoroughly enjoy these, and at this current time, as of the time I'm posting this, I do have most of them. I don't have the little R2-D2 pumpkin guy, but I could probably live without that because, well, a trash can on wheels isn't the most interesting thing in the world, is it? So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.